What if I told you there's an abundance of dispersed camping, easy access to a hiking trail that makes a perfect Instagram post, and 2 off-road trails to tackle, all from a road just a couple of minutes from a very quaint town of Silverton. Forest Road 585 is off Highway 550, known as the $1 Million Highway west of Silverton, Colorado. It's only 4 miles long but has several places to disperse camp for anyone, whether you're an overlander with a tent or you have a big rig. We'll show you the off-roading trails and where to start hiking. Whether you're coming from Ouray or Silverton, you'll look for the camping sign just prior to turning west. Once on South Mineral Creek Road, you're free to drive your OHV. There are some restrictions in the town of Silverton, but I'll cover that in the next video. The first campground you come to is Kendall. It's a little more than a half-mile off the highway to your left. This is a free campground appropriate for tents and any size rig. It's equipped with a vault toilet, but that's the only amenity you're going to find here. You can park along Mineral Creek or find a spot tucked amongst the trees towards the entrance. A short distance down the road are the next 2 campgrounds, Anvil and Sultan. As the creek crosses the road, these 2 campgrounds straddle the creek, giving them several spots along Mineral Creek to park. These are also free, but have no amenities. We found 2 great spots here that allowed us to enjoy our time with friends. Camping during the week in September wasn't overcrowded, but there were several created fire rings in the area, which is always an indicator that this place can get really crowded. Another tell is when people bring their campers up and leave them there so they have a spot for the weekend. How did this guy get in there? Off to the right is the next campground you'll see. There's only a few small spots here, and we had to put it in 4-wheel drive to get up the short road. It's free and has no amenities. We saw several people pulled off the main road to camp. Some carried their equipment off the road towards the South Fork of Mineral Creek. This free campsite you'll come to is Golden Horn. The only amenities it has is a vault toilet, and like the other camping areas, there's no designated areas. Just find a fire ring that suits you and park. Kendall and Greenhorn are the largest of the free camping areas along this road. Next on the road is the off-road trail to Clear Lake. We had initially planned on doing some of the trails on the Alpine Loop on the other side of Silverton, but I'm glad we did this one. It wasn't as crowded, and I believe it's underrated. The trail will take you to an elevation of 11,000 feet with some spectacular views. The lower portion of the trail takes you through a burn scar from a forest fire. The road increases in difficulty as it rises and has some fun switchbacks. There's a waterfall as you get closer to the top. The motor portion of the trail ends at Clear Lake, but you can continue on foot if you like. You'll need four-wheel drive on this trail. 4 miles in is the last of the campgrounds on this car-friendly road. It's one of the most popular campgrounds in the San Juan forest. It's a paid campground but has 26 nicely spaced and private spots. All of the spots are first come, first serve. Some spots are handicap accessible and have a large parking area. There's no electricity here, but their website says that they have water, trash pickup, fire grates, picnic tables, and pit toilets, except between September and May. This would be a great option if you wanted to guarantee that some yahoo doesn't park right next to you when the weekend comes. Cell service along this road is pretty spotty, but you can find a bit of service depending on your carrier. Across the campground is a popular trail to Ice Lake and Island Lake. We are noticing a lot of out-of-state cars in the parking lot that leads to the trail. My good friend, who has hiked virtually all of the trails in the San Juans, tell me that Ice Lake is more popular, but she thought Island Lake was more beautiful. It's a tough trail. If you're continuing on, you'll probably need a high clearance vehicle and possibly four-wheel drive to continue. There are some nice primitive sites at the end of the road, and you'll pass by some of the largest beaver dams we've ever seen, as well as Bandora Mine. you've enjoyed our content, please consider liking and subscribing. Next week, we'll hit the trails on the other side of Silverton.
Why did the banana go to the hospital? He wasn't peeling well.